Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Twins are one. And, oh, I don't know if I did that exactly right from where we're sitting, but, ladies and gentlemen, the Twins have defeated the Cleveland Indians 2-0 after a fantastic pitching performance by both Berrios and Taylor Rogers. That's all the Twins needed today. We're two pitchers, and we're going to run through the game recap right now. So I'm all decked out in my Twins gear, supporting opening day. Got the hat, got the jersey, the Clemhawks jersey, that's right. And we are going to be recapping the Twins here today. So let's go ahead and give you just the quick rundown of what happened. Max Kepler led things off. He went 0 for 4. That's unfortunate. You know, we'll talk about him a little bit later, but he looked good. He had some solid contact today. Almost hit 2 home runs. Deep balls towards the warning track on both sides of the field, but no hits to show for it. Jorge Polanco went an 0 for 3 day as well. But now we get into the good stuff. The new people on the team producing day one. So Nelson Cruz with a single, also had a run and 4 at-bats. Eddie Rosario 0 for 4, unfortunately, but, you know, we move on. CJ Cron, a hit, a run in 3 at-bats. Marvin Gonzalez had a huge day, 2 RBIs, a walk, a hit in 2 at-bats. Jonathan Scope 0 for 2. Castro, of course, 0 for 3. And Buxton, with the first Minnesota Twins hit of the year, went 1 for 3 with a double. Now, Berrios, we'll go back to the pitching, the hitting, because obviously that was a big part of the win today. But also, the pitching was fantastic. Berrios went 7 2/3 innings in his debut this season. 2 hits is all. 2 hits, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts. I mean, he was rolling with strikeouts. And let me tell you, this man's everything, every single pitch was working. His fastball, electric, 95 plus. His curveball, that is disgusting. It is the biggest slurve I have ever seen. That's not exactly true, but you know what I'm saying. It was fantastic. He did walk 1 guy, though. 2 hits. I am not concerned about that at all. Taylor Rogers with the save as well. A 1 1/3 inning save, had 3 strikeouts. And if you're familiar with the math, 1 1/3 inning is 4 batters. 3 for 4 strikeouts. And let me tell you, he has got some of the most disgusting pitches I have seen in a while from this Twins bullpen. I mean, they were going through the stats last year, and I was talking with my roommate a minute ago. Taylor Rogers, since last year, the Twins announcers were mentioning it, he has given up 18 hits to lefties all season, right? All of last season. 18 hits, 18 singles, no runs. That is incredible. I don't know if it was no runs, but no home runs. That's my bad. But that is incredible. And he struck out 3 today. That is great. So, we have a lot to discuss here. Obviously, it was a good win for the Twins, first and foremost. And I thought was a really exciting game. You know, my roommate and I very much disagree on this, but what do you guys think about pitching games? Defensive games, you know, very low scoring, high strikeouts, good pitching games. I know that last year in the World Series, for example, what was it, Game 3? I want to say it was Game 3, where it was very low scoring, but then Game 4 was like the 13-12 game in like 19 innings. It was like 17 innings or something. Like very, very different games, right? This was obviously one of those defensive games today. Both teams were perfect gaming each other's through the 4th inning, I believe. Berrios ended up giving up a walk and a hit. I think in the 5th inning, if it was not the 5th, it was the 4th. But Kluber on the mound for the Indians today. I mean, he was pitching fantastic. He went 5 1/3 innings without allowing I think that was a base run. He walked the first guy, and that was Gonzalez. So good to see him, at least take some pitches today. I know Kepler swung at the very first pitch of the game. Not sure how I felt about that one. He almost hit that one out, but not sure how I felt about that. But now we can get to the important stuff here, which is the actual content of the game. So I'm sure all of you watched it. If you haven't, maybe that's why you're here. It was a very good game. You know, like I said, it was 2-0. 6 total hits. So if you were picking the streak today, I tell you, this was a game to stay away from. 6 total hits. Both teams were very well pitched, very well, structured. How many home runs, or excuse me, strikeouts did Kluber have? Kluber had 5 through 7 innings, allowed 4 hits, the 2 runs, and a double. Berrios, as I said, had 10 strikeouts. And if this guy isn't on your Cy Young watch list, I mean, I'm not going to say that just because it's the first game of the year and he had a good game. This guy is the next, Chris Sale, Verlander kind of player. I mean, he's always been with the Twins, right? The Twins are not the Yankees. They're not the Red Sox. They're not the Astros, who have dominated their league, right? Dominated their division, or dominated the AL. They are a team who has gone through some rebuilding, who's really, structured around 1 or 2 players until this season. Berrios is one of those players, but after today's performance, and again, it's a long shot, but if this guy is not on at least a watch list for the Cy Young, you should put him on there right now. I mean, 10 strikeouts. Just go back and watch some of his pitching today. I mean, he was throwing curveballs on 3-1 counts because he was that confident in his curveball, and they were beautiful pitches. I mean, this guy can pitch. But here's the thing. You need some run support, right? And the Twins were not getting that earlier today, mainly because Kluber is a good pitcher, but you're going to run into that sometimes. And finally, in the 7th inning, unfortunately, I'll put this out there, I was not watching it when they actually got the hits. I was walking back from class. I watched the first, 6.5 innings, and I got back in the 8th. So I literally missed the time that the Twins scored, and maybe that's a sign saying I shouldn't watch any of the games anymore, but they scored 2 runs on 3 hits. A broken bat hit into left field by Nelson Cruz. A broken bat hit by C.J. Cron. And then a double past the center fielder for Marwin Gonzalez to plate the 2 runners and allow him to get on the hit column as well, plating Nelson Cruz and C.J. Cron. And most importantly, I mean, yes, we won. Yes, we got those runs. Most importantly, we are using these new guys, and they're doing something, right? I mean, unfortunately, like I said earlier, Rosario, Kepler, Polanco, these guys who have been with the Twins, they didn't perform today, but that's why you got 9 guys on the team, right? You've got guys that we went out and spent some money for that produced today, and that's the difference between, the Twins that were in previous seasons and what to look forward to this season. We went out and we spent some money on guys that can perform. Sorry, Logan Morrison, but you did not. You performed 1 season and you failed. These guys are already stepping up game 1 and against a good pitcher. That's the thing. It's not just, they had a good game. They did well against one of the best pitchers in the AL, probably top 3 or 4. You've got Snell, Sale, Verlander, and Berrios, and then Kluber, right? You've got those probably top 5 guys. I mean, Cleveland's just got a good pitching rotation anyways, but you know what I'm saying. One of the top pitchers in the league, and these guys have already shown up today. Now, finally, before I close this video, I want to know what you guys think about this game, right? How did you see this game? And if you didn't watch it, if you want to go back and watch it, or if you just took from this video, obviously I'm very excited. The only concern I have is we got no hit through 5 innings. And again, it's Kluber. He's one of the best pitchers in the league. But we did get no hit, right? We went through the lineup twice before Buxton got a double. And that does concern me a little bit, but it is opening day. We did go against one of the best pitchers in the league. I want to know how that makes you guys feel, how you guys thought the game went in that direction. But the most important thing, I said that a couple times now, but the most important thing, we won the game. That is all that matters at the end of the day, and we beat Cleveland. That is what matters at the end of the day. That is a 1 game up on Cleveland, and I don't know if we could say that at this time last year, that we had a game up on Cleveland, because I tell you, we were 12 games back in the middle of April last year. So that's a problem that we are trying to fix, and it looks like we're getting things done right now, or at least getting it started right now. So a 2-0 win for the Minnesota Twins in game number 1 of the season. It's a long season, but it's a good start at least. And hey, they're on pace to win 162 games. Am I right? So a long season, but hey, a win is a win, and we'll take it for what it's worth. Hopefully we'll come back tomorrow. with, you know, another great performance by Kyle Gibson. I've got a lot of hope for him. You know, he's not like Berrios. He is a very, like, ground ball sinker, kind of work around the batter guy instead of go right at him with the fastball and the curveball. So it'll be interesting. It's a different game flow that Kyle Gibson will put on tomorrow, using a lot of that sinker and changeup and slider that he's got. His fastball's not as good as Berrios, so it's a different game. We'll see how he does. He's going to allow more hits. It's just going to be a lot of that run support that we've been talking about for the last 3 months. Are the Twins going to be able to put up some runs with their new team, with the run support that they're going to try to get? So that is the video for today. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. If you do like the video, though, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for more Twins videos every single day, as we're going to have a fun season here. So that is what I got for you today. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow for another one. Peace out, guys.